Good evening, people. This session tonight is about something special. It's about new research that uh, is about the virus itself, COVID itself. And this information is also part of uh, virucidin. So virucidin is a plant sterolin antioxidant bomb. Added to that is Artemisia annua, also known as sweet wormwood, and also added to that is proline. So proline is a, a protein combination, proline attached to other proteins, and it's been used as a communication protein. So tonight I want to talk about the antioxidant value of two of the components in covocidin. Covocidin is the antioxidant plant sterolin complex in virucidin. So we've got a trademark on that specific combination. And so in the combination, we have the following. So let's start with COVID replication. That happens fast and furious. So if you look at the sketch, you will see that the COVID attached to the ACE2 receptor, it comes into the cell. And as it goes into the cell, it goes to your ribosome, which acts like a multiplication factory. So this virus cannot survive on its own. It needs a host. It needs to enter your cell. If it doesn't enter your cell, it cannot replicate. It must use your machinery inside your cells. So that's why the best way to get rid of this virus is to block it so that it cannot replicate. While it's hanging around there, your immune system will pick it up, the antibodies will mark it, killer cells will come in and destroy it. This is how your immune system is made up. So if the virus gets into your cell, it happens fast and furious. It starts replicating through using your machinery, your ribosome, and we see that viruses can replicate up to or exponentially within an hour. So one virus becomes 2 within an hour, 2 becomes 4, 4 becomes 16, and within a few hours, you're deadly sick. So, and that's why your body responds in terms of fever, it responds in terms of a cytokine storm, inflammation. It's just alarms going off. It's going wild inside of your body because this COVID replicates fast and furious. So after replication, it leaves the cell again and in numbers, not just in one, it leaves in numbers. So as it replicates inside of your cell, obviously it's going to make that cell sick. So increasingly, it is making your cells sick. So in the next slide, you will see that we have to prevent this cytokine storm and viral replication. The cytokine storm as inflammatory response. So your inflammatory genes, interleukin-6, CRP4, TNF-alpha, those are the three major ones. They tell your immune system, listen, we find that there's a problem, so we are actually going to increase the inflammation to draw the fighter cells to the infected area. If it's the lungs, it's going to draw towards the lungs. So what is happening is in the cytokine storm is believed to be the major underlying cause of a large number of COVID deaths. And this is the problem that, this is the cytokine storm is actually causing havoc in sense of filling up um, the hospitals and the ICUs. So therefore, a timely intervention of well-tolerated agents that can modulate or prevent the cytokine storm and the viral replication imbalance are potentially the strategies to prevent the severe COVID-19 disease development. So the strategy is to block it. And this is an article now, fresh in the International Journal of General Medicine, volume 14, June 2021. And that's where they say is the replication is the problem. So the vaccine doesn't really do that job. The vaccine works totally differently. So we want to block the virus. Potentially, clinical benefits of quercetin in the early stages of COVID-19 results of a second pilot study, randomized, controlled, and open label clinical trial. So this is a clinical trial done and dusted. The International Journal of General Medicine, it's been published there, and it says straight up there, the only way how you can really get rid of this virus is to prevent it from entering your cell and creating a cytokine storm. And this is what I've been saying for the past months now. And this is how I developed virucidin. So I've been looking for certain antioxidants, and these antioxidants been studied all over the world in different clinical trials, like the one I've just shown you now. Says quercetin is the one that can help us there in stopping the replication of the virus. Right. So how does it happen? The virus comes in through the ACE receptor, like we know it, goes through your RNA genome using your factory. But I want to block it over here. In my previous lecture on zinc, this is what zinc does. It blocks the factory so that although the COVID enters the cell, the zinc blocks the factory and it cannot replicate on the factory. So a lot of people in the beginning, actually the whole medical field in the beginning says, start taking vitamin C, vitamin D, zinc. Why the zinc? And the reason is the zinc blocks the ribosome and it makes it difficult for this virus to replicate. So it's closing your replication factory for the COVID. But the zinc is difficult. It's difficult for zinc to enter your cell. It needs a carrier. And quercetin in the virucidin, in that antioxidant complex, comes and it carries the zinc right into the ribosome and start packing it there so that the virus cannot use your machinery. So this is where it all happens inside the cell. But before this happens, we also use the virucidin with procyanidin, one of the antioxidants in the virucidin. It blocks the ACE receptor. So first of all, the virus cannot enter. Secondly, it cannot replicate. And that's exactly what this article, International Journal of General Medicine, says, volume 14, June 2021. The best strategy is to block the virus and to prevent the cytokine storm. Because once it's in the cell, it happens fast and furious. It starts replicating at a huge speed, creating a cytokine storm, and the inflammation will make you end up in ICU. So, Stefan, what happens if I'm really sick, if I'm already tested positive? How can we change this? Again, if we go to this picture, the sooner we can block it to replicate, then we stop the replication process. It's now a catch-up game for your immune system. And that's what's happening in the ICU, is they put you on a ventilator and they hope and pray that your immune system is going to catch up with the virus. And they keep you alive with that ventilator so that your immune system can catch up. Unfortunately, not all the patients in the ICU has got a speedy recovery through white blood cells and antibodies that start killing the virus, and people will not make it. So the golden rule is block it, don't let it into your cells. So furthermore, quercetin has been shown to downregulate LPS-stimulated release of tumor necrosis factor, TNFA, interleukin-6, and interleukin-1 from macrophages. Now, this is also a, a clinical trial done in China. Yes, I like those Chinese um, studies because they're working with the virus all the time. Some people say they created it. If you created it, you will also have the solution. So I'm watching their scientific papers all the time, and there's stunning information in those papers. So they say quercetin, inflammation and immunity. This is published in Nutrients 2016. 2016 already, they were working on quercetin and inflammation and cytokine storms. Why? Viruses create cytokine storms. So is virucidin then just for COVID? Absolutely not. It is for viruses. See, that's why this study has been done in 2016 already, stating that quercetin can stop this inflammatory response from TNF alpha, interleukin 6, interleukin 1. I think some of your microphones are still on. To switch them off, please. So if we look at covacidin, that's the antioxidant formula that we use in the virucidin, trademarked covacidin, as natural supportive treatment against viral infections. Right. So if you don't want to use the word COVID, use the word viral infections. Why? Flu is also a viral infection. Swine flu is also a viral infection. And so we can go on. The list is quite long. People, there are still of some of you that's got microphones on. Please switch off the microphones. Hello. Right. So some of the antioxidants in covacidin is the quercetin, like I've just said now. It's got high quantities of quercetin. And very important, Roptin is also one of Roptin in catechin, or some of those flavonoids in the covacidin that we use to inhibit, like for instance, HIV replication. And so this study indicates that all these different kinds of flavonoids in the covacidin can stop HIV replication. And we've done this study in 2002. So this should lead to a dramatic decrease in development of antiviral resistance. So covacidin in the virucidin actually help with the antiretroviral. So as we use it in conjunction with other medication, it works with, not against. So this is the beauty of this product. You can use it in conjunction with a lot of other products. Okay, just take a look. Right, let's move on. So with the discovery of SARS, COVID, E channels, it inhibits. We're looking for inhibitors as antiviral candidates. So in this specific clinical trial, published in Acta Pharmacological Sinica, this is an article placed this year, also again from Yi Wang. Um, he works quite a lot of, he's got a lot of studies more in the field of antioxidants, and I've been following him and his work for years now. And so he's quite a specialist in the area of antioxidants. So he says there, the natural product proanthocyanidin are widely used as cosmetic, um, suggesting a potential of proanthocyanidins as a disinfectant for external use. So they take this antioxidant and they use it in skin products as a natural disinfectant. So this thing is quite strong. And this is one of the major components, antioxidants, in virucidin itself. The study further demonstrates that the 2E channel is an effective antiviral drug target and provides a potential antiviral candidate against COVID. So I want to go to this slide now. So this is how the spike proteins on the virus looks like. And then there are envelope proteins. So it's actually gateways into the cell. So procyanidin blocks these gateways. So nutrients cannot enter the cell. So what you're actually doing, you're starving the COVID cell by blocking the channels. At the same time, by blocking the channel, it makes it difficult for the specific spike protein to attach to the ACE receptor. So it just moves on. And this is exactly what we want. We actually want to prohibit the docking of the COVID, of the SARS-CoV virus on your ACE receptors. So the proanthocyanidin directly bound to the 2E channel with binding affinity. There's the procedure that they've used in surface plasmon resonance assay. This is the method that they used. So in this method, they show that the procyanidins directly bound to the channel. So people, this is scientific facts. You don't have to redo this research. It's done. It showed that this thing is working, the proanthocyanidins in virucidin can help to block these channels. Molecular modeling and docking analysis revealed that proanthocyanidins insert into the pore of the E2 channel, acting as a channel blocker. Bang, block the channel, and therefore the virus is going to suffer. And it will not replicate, and it makes it much easier for your killer cells to move and destroy it. That's why if we take large quantities of the virucidin, it immediately starts acting against the virus. And this is what we want. We want to block these channels. At the same time, block the docking station over here, block the docking station so it cannot dock, and at the same time, getting into the virus and actually start destroying the virus. And that is exactly how we get rid of the COVID. So testimonies at this stage show that people that are really sick, they actually take 6 capsules once. And then the next day, they start with 2 capsules in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, 2 in the evening, spreading it. So I thought that was quite mad to take all the all 6 capsules at once. But at the end, if I look at the study, if you can get a lot of your antioxidants, a huge amount, straight into your cells, it will start weakening the virus, it will block it, and it actually gives them the opportunity for your own immune system to catch up and play catch up and absolutely start destroying the virus. This specific lady was so sick she couldn't get out of bed, and the son didn't understand me, right? And he gave her 6 capsules, one shot. And the next morning she woke up and she was fine. And then she started taking 2 capsules 3 times a day. So the main thing is um, the safety of this product is it's such a safe product. Obviously, her blood pressure must have dropped. And so she took it at nighttime, 6 at nighttime. The next morning when she woke up, she was out of fever. She could walk around. She was so sick she couldn't get out of bed. And so I don't say that go around and do it with everybody, but stick to what I've put on the label. That's the safer route. And so just to show you 2 clinical trials, latest research, I'm talking June 2021, showing that the antioxidants, quercetin and procyanidin, in the virucidin is well capable of getting rid of the virus, attacking the virus, weakening the virus, blocking the virus. And so I would urge you people out there, start using the product and share it so that other people can also get healed. Use it on different kinds of viral infections, and we will all learn from it. So it is important that try it out on all other kinds of viruses and see how it works. I'd say that this thing has got a great antiviral action. Thank you very much.